Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my time. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Yeah, baby, I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Alright, 'cause I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Yeah, baby, I'm free.
Yes, very good evening, everyone. Welcome along to NSR Hire Ballpark for Friday Night Lights. And what a big game this one is shaping up to be. It's first versus third on the Harcher State Baseball League ladder as we kick off the Derby-Yerrigan Health Service Indigenous round over the next 2 weeks of competition. And what a way to kick it off between two sides that are expected to be contenders once again come grand final time in March. It's the Braves and the reigning champions, the Morley Eagles, battling it out. My name's Paul Persick. Great to have your company on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channel for a clash where both sides are coming off some very good wins and are in a good run of form. Morley have won their last 4, looking for 5 in a row, while the Braves are looking for 4 in a row. It's a good evening in the meantime to my wonderful co-commentator, Tori Newman, who is with me. Good evening to you, Tori. This is a game that means a lot to both these teams.
It absolutely does, While those top 5 teams may or may not be secure, we definitely don't know the layout or the landings of those teams yet. So, Morley definitely want to keep their streak going. The Braves, they want to break it. So it'll be a great game tonight, no matter the result.
And you talk about that streak because we were discussing this and you uncovered something very fascinating. The Morley Eagles have beaten the Braves in their last 5 games.
5 games has been, quite a streak. So 3 of those games are this season, and then the other 2 are coming from last season's final series.
Yes, and a series sweep at that as well for the Morley Eagles in the grand final and possibly this season as well. Another big surprise for the Braves, Tory, not a single Kennelly in sight.
No, you are certainly right about that. I do believe Josh Kennelly is in the dugout as coach, but he's not in the lineup. No other Kennellys, but interestingly on the Morley lineup, we can't see any of their Australian players as well. So the likes of Sorpold, Kieran Hall and Alex Hall.
All, of course, are currently in Japan for the preparations for the World Baseball Classic coming up in 2 weeks' time. Both sides coming off good wins. The Braves with an 8-4 win over a very gutsy UWA Magpies. Hatcher leading the charge on the mound. Sam Kennelly, that is, and Okamura getting some easy hits at the plate. And expect the likes of Beaches, Okamura, Drew and Kevin Clark, the designated hitter tonight for the Braves, to get those lead-off hits and provide early distribution on the scoreboard for the former champs. And in the meantime, the Eagles, their win was even bigger over the Rockingham Rams, 15-2 in 8 innings. And it was led by the likes of the Williams boys, Jess and Tom, and Bodie Wright also joining in on the party as well. The Eagles are taking to the field, and we'll give you their starting lineups tonight. Kane Sylvie will start on the mound this evening, 48 strikeouts for him this season. Cam Barr as starting catcher. Kieran Chapman on first base, Jess Williams at second. Dixon is at third base and Bodie Wright at shortstop. And the outfielders, Tom Williams at left. Aaron Bonomi, who's going to be the leadoff hitter for the Eagles when they have their turn to bat at centre field, and Ben Crook down the order playing at right field as well. I'll give you a chance, Tori, for your tip. Who does win tonight? This game could go either way.
Well, personally, Paul, I think the Eagles have had their luck, and I think Braves could get up tonight. I think they'll be pretty angry about that streak, and they'll get back at Morley.
They do have something to play for, of course, and you make a good point on it, not only to end the Eagles streak, but they, along with Morley and Perth, have got 20 wins this season. But the Braves have played 3 more games compared to the Eagles. So the Braves, if they want to secure top spot on the ladder, they've got to win all their remaining games. Simple as that. I'm going to stay with the Eagles because there's just something about this side. Even though they've got all their Team Australia players currently in Japan for the World Baseball Classic, they've got such unbelievable depth as far as their batting and pitching goes. Sylvie's been on fire. He's picking up where the likes of Singh and Hall have left off. So too Partington Hopes, who is not
there.
Not there. You're exactly right. He's not on the lineup or on the bench tonight, to everybody's surprise. But I'm going to stay with the Eagles, but it should be a good one. Hopefully we get to see a slugfest like we did on Tuesday here at NSR Hire Ballpark. As we're about to get things underway here tonight, Joel Beaches will lead things off. He's facing Sylvie for the start of this massive clash tonight. Beaches averaging 253 with the bat. And how will he start against the dynamite Kane Sylvie? We're underway, week 19. State League Baseball action, the Derby-Yerrigan Indigenous round. We had a marvellous welcome to country pre-game featuring the 2 teams and the representatives from Derby-Yerrigan. On a great show here tonight. Sylvie starting off a little bit loose with 2 consecutive balls against Joel Beaches, who's seen them off quite well. Beach's 19 hits this season. It's a pop fly. It's going deep into foul territory. It's heading towards our commentary box. Luckily, it's gone over the roof. So already, a foul ball is headed our way. And luckily, we're not on the receiving end of some glass being shattered. 2-1. Beach's not in the hole just yet. He wants to get out of it with a hit. And boost that average up above 253. Sylvie gets a quick one in there and another edge. This time a bit fainter. And a foul ball. Both sides off wins some 5 days ago. The Eagles on the road against the Rams. They got the job done, and the Braves at home against UWA, who didn't make all things easy for the Braves side last Sunday. The 2-2. Again going to swing, and Beach is fouling right at home plate.
Yep.
Repeating the 2-2, still no outs at the top of the first. Important game, this one. Down the middle, carrying a bit of extra height there from Sylvie. 3-2. Sylvie, 50 innings he's pitched beforehand. In all the games that he has played, this is only his 12th. He has started in all of them. 3-1 record. In it comes. So fouls again. A couple of fouls for Joel Beaches. He's showing some attacking intent, but at the moment finding it hard to get some clean contact on the fastballs that's been thrown by Sylvie, who's got, as I said, 48 strikeouts, 1.8 ERA. In it comes. And this time, Beaches gets a pop fly down towards right centre field. Williams is going to get underneath it. Crook! Oh, they could have called for it. It falls into ground, and Beaches will get to second base. Oh, that's an area you certainly don't want to concede, let alone this early in the match. Crook and Williams were going for the same piece of real estate.
Absolutely, and I think, technically first baseman's ball, but then, a second baseman in Williams got involved too, so Crook or Williams should have called the other out. I don't know that there's one particularly at error, but it was certainly messy play, and Eagles don't want that this early on in the game.
Usually a very polished side. Let's hope for them it'll just be a minor slip-up. Next up, the big power hitter, Okamura, the left-hander. Okamura in their win over UWA. 3 at-bats, 1 hit, 1 run, 2 RBI. It's quite handy, especially in the 5th inning. Okamura grounds this one. It's heading out towards second base. Williams fields it nicely. The throw to first is good. So they get the second runner out, but advancing to third, Beaches on the same play. So Beaches with a chance to open things up now for the Braves.
Certainly clearer fielding on that one.
And it was Williams with a good take from that ground ball. But they do have Beaches, the runner, on third. And that is the Eagles' problem now, especially when you're up against Ben Drew, who's also hitting at a good average, 256, 24 RBIs and 13 runs so far this season. He's played all but 4 games this season. Drew, the next one to face Sylvie. Sylvie got Drew looking there. 0-1. 0-1 with 1 in the can. In it comes. Drew gets a clean hit again to second, and Williams fumbles, and that will allow Beaches to open the scoring for the Braves, capitalising on some rare early errors by the Eagles, and the Braves lead at 1-0 at the top of the first. Early runs out of your top order, and you're going to get off to a very good start, and they've certainly have done that. Drew sending Beaches home. He gets an RBI single, and this will bring up Kevin Clark. Designated hitter early in the piece, in that 4th spot. Goes swinging and gets a strike, courtesy of Kane Sylvie. Still 1 out, runner on first. Clark, phenomenal form he's been on this season, hitting it over 300. RBI. And he's hit 5 home runs to boot. When he gets it in the right area, he can swing it, and he knows it'll be going toward the trees. That one just sunk in at the last moment. Good thinking there by Sylvie to just get that one sinking late, forcing Clark to have a glance. 1 and 2. Clark lets that one go. Drew gets a lead off to second. The throw again is wide of Williams, who I would say positioned himself a little too far from the plate. And that has allowed another steal by the Braves. They're on the attack here, Tori, and this has been impressive so far from the Braves. They're showing attacking play, and they're making the Eagles pay for a couple of clumsy mistakes.
Yeah, a very clumsy first innings, and, I hope for the Eagles' sake that they tidy things up before we progress any further.
Well, they certainly need to, because they're on the verge of a 2-0 lead of the Braves as Clark grounds this one past Williams. Beautifully timed, and Drew will advance another base. He's up to third. Beautifully timed there by Kevin Clark. Nice grounder past Williams at second. And now their top 4, apart from Okamura, have been successful. So 3 out of your 4 top 4 batters have contributed to the Braves' early threat. Clark with a single. And Jake Bowie, he's looking to send Drew home and double the advantage for the Braves. Runners on first and third. Sylvie gets a strike. Bar did let that one slip, but that's ruled a drop strike. Sylvie's been easy to hit off with the way this game is played, and he's called time to bring in Cameron Barr, the starting catcher. They've really been taken by surprise here, the Eagles, Tory, with 1 run on the board already and a potential of 2 more.
Certainly, but I do have to kind of question the Eagles lineup. Like, there's just some names in there that I kind of didn't expect to see against a side like Braves.
No, you make a good point, especially with the likes of Brandon Migro, Jeremy Sexton on the bench. Now, Sexton played in the reserves game a little earlier. That resulted in a big win for the Eagles as well. So they easily accounted for the Braves in the reserves game earlier. We've also got Brendan Singh, who's also handy on the mound. And we've also got Pelkinen. That is not in that starting lineup tonight. So obviously experimenting with a lineup close to the finals, as Bowie gets a swing and a drive out towards deep centre field, makes the catch. Drew's opting to tag. He's going to take on the throw, and he scores a second. The Braves off to a fast start. They lead at 2-0 here at NSR Hire Ballpark. They are looking the goods.
Absolutely a well-timed sacrifice fly by Bowie there. Any players on base, he's going to do whatever he can to get them home, and that was a big hit. I think the wind just pushed it back a little bit before that shed.
But it paid off in the end as Drew was able to tag up from third to home. This brings up Liam Collins on the Braves side with the number 23 on his back. Fouls the first one. 2 outs. They've already got 2 hits on the board. They've taken an early 2-0 lead. They've caught the Eagles by surprise here this evening. In it comes. Sylvie was able to get Collins looking on that 0-1. 0-2. Sylvie will want to relieve this innings. Ooh, that one was close. Just inches out of the zone. Home plate umpire had to do a lot of thinking over that one. And he's ruled that one. Ball 1. Oh, it's a 1-2 with 2 away. In it comes. This time he goes to the outer side. 2-2. Even count at 2-2 with 2 outs. Sylvie. Again, just going to the outer side. Started off pretty loose. Ratio. Greater disparity between pitches and strikes. 25 for 16. This time he's able to get a swing out of Collins, but that's a foul. What will Collins do here? He's got Clark at first. He didn't tag up from first to second. He gets a lead off in the meantime. Collins again swinging. Again fouling behind home plate. Similar to what Joel Beaches did at the start of the first. Plenty of fouls. Braves going all out attack. In it comes. And that's number 4. So Collins will walk to first. Clark advances to second. And now there's runners on first and second. Braves looking ominous in the early goings. This will bring up Jeff Kerr, minus the long blonde locks. The last time we saw him at the plate, Tori, he had the long flowing blonde locks.
Luscious, long blonde hair.
And now it's gone. Strike 1. Kerr, well, he's been hitting quite well this season. Maybe it's the loss of those long locks that have provided a bit of an upturn in his form. 289 average. Ooh, his bat did cross the plate there. Home plate umpire keeping a sharp eye on things. 0-2. And 2 Sylvie looking to relieve. Got him swinging. That's a drop strike. Doesn't matter. Sylvie is able to leave 2 runners stranded, but the Braves, on their mission to end a long streak, they've started the job nicely. They lead 2-0.
I'm Jess Fitzgerald and I'm the Competition and Member Services Manager here at Baseball WA, and I run the food and beverage as well for the State League games that are run at the ballpark. So during the day there's some schools out here, so Darling Range, Aquinas, and then we run all of our programs and development, high performance program out here. So definitely one of the benefits of having Harcher involved is that we're quite a small team here at Baseball WA, and prior to the relationship we weren't offering food and beverage here at the ballpark. We didn't have anyone that was available to run around and do like ordering or anything like that. So it's been great that we've been able to find someone local, WA company that we can deal with, and then we can offer, you know, food and beverage to everyone here that comes out to the ballpark, because before they had to bring their own everything. So one of the things I love here is, like, you know, the chips, the nachos, burgers, hot dogs. That's, you know, hot dogs is just ingrained in baseball. Yeah, so some of the main advantages of working with Harcher have been the flexibility of the delivery. So they're happy to deliver at a time that's convenient to us, and we've also got a direct contact for our ordering too. So we've been dealing with Adam directly, and he's been great. I would recommend Harcher to anyone looking for a local supplier, and then they're willing to jump on and help sponsor their club or, you know, their association, whatever they're doing, and just help grow their sports in Western Australia.
Bottom of the first here at NSR Hire Ballpark. First game of the Derrable Yerrigan Indigenous round. What a game we're going to start on here, the Eagles and the Braves. The Braves are out on the field. We'll give you their starting lineup in just a moment. But Todd Hatcher is going to be eyeing out Aaron Bonomi, hitting at over 330 this season. Todd Hatcher decides to take care of business immediately with a strike. Hatcher with 51 strikeouts this season, the second most of the current Braves lineup. Sides change it up and take some pace off. Bonomi, strong season so far, 15 RBI, 32 runs and 26 hits, including one home run of the season. He's aiming to go for the bunt. Goes over third baseline and a foul. Give you those in the infield. Hatcher as starting pitcher, Dan Choi as catcher. Drew at first, Kerr at second, Jake Bowie at third, and at shortstop is, of course, Okamura. Outfielders, Joel Beaches, Liam Collins, and Jack Ridgen for the Braves tonight. Left-hander versus left-hander. 1 and 2. That's a deep fly out towards right field. Ridgen has to push forward to get to it, and he gets there. Great catch. 1 up, 1 down. The Braves starting well in the field. And immediately gets an early blow in the form of Aaron Bonomi flying out to deep right field. Ridgen and Collins quite happy with it, and rightfully so. Both teams, we might add, Tori, of course, since this is the Indigenous round, they're sporting some wonderful Indigenous jerseys here tonight. Beautifully designed. They just keep getting better and better every season, don't they, Tori? It's nice to see the connections and the themes surrounding these jerseys.
Absolutely. Fantastic jerseys for a fantastic round.
Shout out to all the representatives from the Derribah Yerrigan Health Service that are here tonight. Doing some great giveaways too. We've also got a raffle on for the crowd as well that are here, and the folks watching the broadcast too from NSR High Ballpark, whether you're watching right around West Australia, the nation, or anywhere in the world. Matt Dixon in the hole at the moment, 1 and 1, facing Hatcher.
And with a batting average of 345 so far.
And very phenomenal so far this season, Matty Dixon. The top order, definitely the strongest of the competition. Most of them hitting it over 300, 350. 1 and 2, a couple of fouls. We can make that another for Dixon. And to add to that 345 average, 17 RBI and 23 runs as well. Repeat 1 and 2. Tries to change it up, but it's a deep drive out to left field. This time it's Joel Beaches who makes the catch. And that's 2 up, 2 down, both outs from deep flies to the outfield. So the Eagles, with their backs to the wall early, staring down the barrel of a 3 up, 3 down, but this man could have a say. Nick Ulch.
Our home run hitter.
And what a hitter he is for the Morley Eagles. Designated hitter batting in that third spot.
Ulch is currently leading the Eagles on home runs with a tally of 6 to his name this season.
The most by any current Eagle, as you said, Tori, this season. And don't forget as well the most in RBIs to add to it with 29.
Absolutely.
So he's certainly been one of the strongest. Gets a powerful drive down towards Kerr at second. The throw to first. It's close but safe. Didn't get to the plate in time. And Ulch, by a matter of inches, gets a single and keeps the drive alive for the Eagles. "17 hits he has now for the 25-26 season. And it just keeps the Eagles in it at the bottom of the first. Bodie Wright is next up. Got him looking with that one. Takes a called strike. 0-1. Looking for a pick off. The throw's gone wide. Drew was unable to get to it in time, but luckily for him, Ulch did not decide to go on the attack and flirt with danger. So, dare I say it, Drew on that play can count himself lucky. We go on with the 0-1. Bodie Wright. Goes very high there. A little bit loose there on that first one. Even count at 1-1. Right, he's risking that grounder for a potential third here. Again, a swing and a foul. 1-2, this time fouling behind home plate. Don't forget as well, Indigenous round will continue over the next 2 weeks. And looking further ahead, final series. That will begin on March 13th when 4th plays 5th in the elimination final. The top 3, of course, get automatic semi-final qualification. Drawing ever closer, Tori. The race for the 5 will conclude, and those 5 teams will face the ultimate challenge, a battle for the State League Championship of 25-26. As we see the 2-2. Hatcher going to deliver it to Bodie Wright. He's got him! So Hatcher's able to break the shackles and get his first strikeout of the night. And that keeps the Eagles from scoring. It's 2-0 after 1.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love.
Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Back with you here at NSR Higher Ballpark. It's the top of the second in this Durbo-Yerrigan Indigenous round clash. Braves and the Eagles, last year's grand finalists, and the Braves looking good after 1. They lead by 2. Ben Drew was able to get one going, and so too Kevin Clark, as well as Joel Beecher's getting some early hits from the plate as well. Tori, early start, good for the Braves. They've got 2 on the board. The Eagles, they've just got to find a way to try and cut off all the sources of runs that they can get, because the Braves have good depth in their batting lineup.
Absolutely, and I think, Braves have come in with a really great mentality, and I'm eager to see them continue at this inning.
Jack Ridgen is going to try and continue that attack. Averaging over 400, but he's only played 4 games up to tonight. This is only his 5th that he's played this season. But he's been quite handy in those 4 so far. 12 plate appearances this season, with 4 hits and 3 singles. So he's been rather consistent in 25-26 in the limited game time that he's had with the Braves. 1-1, facing Sylvie. It's a grounder down towards shortstop. Wright takes it well. The throw to first is good. That's much better. In the field from the Eagles. Wright with a good clean take. And a lovely throw to first where Chapman is situated.
Fantastic throw by Wright, actually. That was, so fast.
Went a long way, didn't it? He had to come from a long way to make that take from shortstop. And made the play count with great ease too. Dan Choi is next, the Braves starting catcher. I tell you what, the Braves, they have got a sensational Indigenous round jersey tonight. Something about the blue and gold certainly is very, very striking tonight. Strike two. Sylvie getting into the groove now. Sylvie delivers the 0-2. And he delivers the first real blow to the Braves. Choi sent packing. So Sylvie has a second strikeout. He's starting to get into the groove, but the problem now is that they're back at the top of the order where they got a lot of their runs from so far in this game. Joel Beaches, who had a double in his first at-bat, he's looking to repeat that success. That's a beauty of a fastball there from Sylvie. Got one right in there, had plenty of pace. 0-1. Bit of a dirt kicker there from Sylvie. Count evens up. One. Beach is looking to get out of the hole here. Calling time, just to get himself loose.
I'd say that was to get the bird off the field.
Well, the bird unfortunately provided a bit of a distraction. It reminds me of the time a seagull went onto the MCG during a cricket match, and unfortunately it copped the hit. But thank golly we don't see that in baseball. Beach is trying to smash that one out of the park, but he fouls. Fouls that one out of the ballpark, and there is the bird. Just happily hanging by the safety net there that keeps, well, most of the foul balls from travelling into the stands. One of the more strangest sights in baseball. Let's just hope for the players' and crowd's sake that the bird does not go rogue. 1-2. Right down the middle, Sylvie cleans house. And that's a good counter-attack there by the Eagles. Now they've got to back it up with the bat to see if they can stay in touch. 2-0 in favour of the Braves.
My name's Greg Elliott. I'm the president of the Wanneroo Giants Baseball Club. I've been around the club for 30-something years now. I've been the president for 5 years and involved in the committee, I guess, for 15 years. The Wanneroo Giants have had quite a long relationship with Harcher now. Through the general manager of Harcher being a part of the baseball club, we've set up quite a good relationship in regards to buying all our products for our canteen and our cleaning products over a number of years now. Harcher are a major sponsor of the baseball club. They help us out in regards to everything we order with our sponsorship. Sponsorship to any sporting club is a major part of a club, and Harcher being a major sponsor for us really helps us in the community. Harcher makes our lives a lot easier, not having to chase around products through the supermarkets. It's all delivered on time and we get exactly what we order when we need it. I'd recommend Harcher to any sporting or community club. As a company, they help us out with everything we need. Everything is here on time and we get exactly what we order.
Heading to the bottom of the higher ballpark, the Braves lead the Eagles 2-0 as a bunt goes awry. And the leadoff hitter in Williams tries to bunt it to first baseline, and Chapman makes an easy catch. That's about the third uncharacteristic error that the Eagles have made, Tori.
don't think I've ever seen a bunt fly that high before.
Well, that's, again, a strange sight in baseball, just like the bird we saw on the net earlier. Jess Williams attempting to try and get some immediate ground. Unfortunately, it was not to be. This will bring up Kieran Chapman. Strike looking there. Kieran Chapman, another one of those big Morley hitters with an average of over 300. He has missed 7 games in the starting lineup this season. Chapman really facing the music now. His first at bat. Strike 2. Hatcher's really on the mojo now. His ratio, Tory, very impressive so far. 20 for 15 on the pitches to strikes ratio. 1-2. Hatcher looking to continue his good form. Got him swinging. Chapman gets a faint edge. Foul ball behind the plate. The infielders have acknowledged that Chapman is a powerful hitter, so they have pushed to the top edge of the infield to try and look for a miss hit. Sinks that one low. Maybe not the best one for Chapman to go at. Ball 2. 2-1 on the hits column as well in favour of the Braves. The only clean hit coming from Nick Olch a little earlier as Chapman grounds this one towards shortstop. Okamura with the take. The throw is good. And that leaves a 2-up, 2-down situation for the Eagles. Well, Tory, the Braves, they are looking a lot more sharper in the field. They've been able to make their plays. No mistakes on the field. They're looking good in preserving their lead.
Absolutely. They're looking very sharp tonight.
They're able to capitalise on every Morley mistake so far. They know that they want to beat this Morley side who have had the wood on them in their last 5 games. Tom Williams, he wants to have a say. 2-up, 2-down, no runners on base. Now that's a strike. The bat did cross the line. Well spotted there by the umpire at first base. Obviously he's there as a backup when the home plate umpire faces a difficult decision. 0-1. Big swing, but a big edge. A foul into home behind home plate. Got a 0-2. Hatcher again looking to clean house. Got him swinging on a high, fast one. Hatcher again cleans out the innings. And after 2, the Braves looking good. They lead 2-0.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
We now go to the top of the third here at NSR Hire Ballpark. Paul Persick and Tori Newman bringing you all the action in this rematch from last season's grand final. The Braves up against the Eagles, and it is the Braves that lead this one 2-0. We invite you to join us, whether you're from WA, right around the nation, or anywhere across the world. The Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels. Okamura, the lead-off for the Braves in this inning. It's a low one from Sylvie to start things off. Some of the other results in this round, last couple of games here at NSR High Ballpark, as we see the 1-0 being fired by Sylvie. Okamura just lets that one go. Wednesday, Wanneroo, they defeated South Perth 9-3. They are still with a chance of getting a top 3 spot, but they're going to have to keep on winning. Giants 9-3 over South Perth as Sylvie gets one down the middle. Okamura takes a called strike. Perth crushing Swan Districts 10-0 on Tuesday. And of course on Sunday, Perth defeating Wanneroo 3-0 in the second game. We talked about the Braves and the Morley Eagles as well. And Vic Park Belmont having a good win over Gosnells 10-2 on Sunday. And those roads take us to here. NSR Higher Ballpark. 2-2. Okamura in the hole. He ground out in his first at-bat. Out towards second base. But he goes bigger this time out towards left field. And Williams says, off you go. So Okamura now 0 for 2 at the plate tonight. Tom Williams with an easy catch. And now Ben Drew will be tasked with trying to get another scoring drive going for the Braves after a success at the top of the first. Sylvie's getting it right in there now. Ben Drew able to get the first one on the board for the Braves earlier. Drew with a big line ball to third, but that'll be a foul. In fact, it's ruled fair. Well, that one's taken by surprise. I thought that one was going over the third base foul ball line.
Well, evidently so does the Morley coach, because he's come straight out of the dugout to talk to the umpire.
I would have to say that one did cross the line. As soon as that one went past the third base plate, the umpire's having a chat there with Cavalier, the Morley coach. He's none too pleased. Chatting about where that ball went over the line. And now the home plate umpire is having a chat now to the umpire from third base. They've brought everybody in now. In the meantime, Kevin Clark, you see there at the back of your screen there, is getting himself prepared. And it looks like they have made a decision. They're going to allow that to stand. So Drew will remain at second. Cavalier's not pleased, and Clark will be in that second spot. So Clark, he's 1 for 1. Got a single in his first at-bat. And now he's got Drew, who's able to get the first run on the board. We'll be looking to send Drew home and get it to a 3-0 advantage. Sylvie's going to have to be real tight and quick. Try and keep the Braves from getting any further runs. That one just to the outside. What'd you make of all of that, Tori?
I actually think it was fair. So I think Drew hit a great second. Possibly could have been a triple if there wasn't so much confusion around whether it was fair or foul.
Well, don't get me wrong, it was a good hit. It was well timed. It's going to be that positioning of where the ball crossed the line, and did it cross the line after it went over the infield? It will be an interesting one, but nonetheless, it was a good hit by Drew. He timed it magnificently. And he's occupied himself at second.
You know, as long as it's fair on the infield, it doesn't matter what it does after that.
True. So Drew's got a RBI single in his first, and he's got a double in his second. He's been in top form so far. Clark facing the 2-1. He gets a grounder, and it goes straight through the middle. Drew's getting the call up. He's going to head to home, takes on the throw, but is unsuccessful. They tried to take it on, but they weren't able to get the run on the board. It was worth a shout. But Drew's able to get himself to second, Clark rather, is able to get himself to second and give the Braves another chance at a third run, but they do have 2 outs now.
Interesting base coaching there as well. I definitely would have thought that Drew would have stayed at third and, you know, tried to pack the bases up a little bit more. But I guess if Braves are going at it with that sort of mindset where it's go big or go home, you know, I think that leaves room for some outs like that, which aren't really necessary.
No, you're exactly right. But maybe that coaching was, you know, they're all out attack tonight, aren't they? You know, they wanted to give him the go-ahead to head home. And they had to take a risk on that throw from Bonomi, which was a beautiful throw, I might add, from centre field. And it just caught Drew short of his ground. Bowie facing the 1-0. He's now in the hole with a strike. 1-1. Bowie with a nice take there by Williams.
I believe that was Bodie Wright.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for the correction there. Wright ends the innings, but the Braves still lead it 2-0.
My name's Derek Bird and I'm the Group General Manager for Harcher. Baseball WA and Harcher, that relationship began with myself being a baseballer and being very much a club person. My kids are club people, and they were just relationships that have been fostered over the last decade or so, and the opportunity arose to get involved with Baseball WA at a higher level, and we're using that as a vehicle to work back into the community through Clubland. So sponsorship is important to Harcher because of the staff we employ and the roles that they play in their own communities. That we feel that this is a way that we can connect back with not only our staff but with our customers. Volunteer sports are generally run on the breadline, and they need support and they need some additional resource for them to be viable and for them to be successful, and we feel that we can play that role not only from a sponsorship point of view but also a supply of product point of view. The sporting club route is a really beneficial route for our business because we can touch so many parts of the role that they play. Most of their revenue is generated through the canteen and the bar and the kitchen. These sporting clubs are volunteer organisations. They need a little bit of help and we can provide that.
Bottom of the third here at NSR Higher Ballpark. We've got a big contest here, and it's Cameron Barr that's going to lead us off. And he goes for the bunt just like Williams did earlier.
And Bonomi, I might add. It looks like all lead-off hitters are going with the bunt. And a repetitive game plan like that, might I say, can cause a bit of trouble.
Man, it hasn't worked so far. They haven't got any runs on the board.
No, and not a single safe bunt.
No. Only one clean hit to add as well. 4-1 on the hit column as well. But Barr will get another chance. 0-1 facing the in-form Hatcher. That one just curving back to the inside, maybe a bit too far. You would sense that maybe the Braves, after getting those 2 runs, they want to try and make it a defensive game, you would think. They're pitching very well. Their fielding has been rock solid. And when you're getting those 2 runs, you do have a little bit of that cushion to play with. If you pitch well enough, and if you're good enough in the field, maybe that 2-0 lead could be a mountain to climb as far as the Eagles are concerned, if they can't get any hits from the top of the order.
I reckon this game is always going to be low scoring like that. I think these 2 teams are so good.
Defensively in particular, especially with the Braves not having a Kennelly in the starting lineup. Of course, Josh Kennelly, playing coach, he's in the dugout tonight, but not playing. So no Kennelly in the active playing roster tonight, which is pretty weird to say.
I know. I was looking forward to TK, but knowing that he's with the Australian team, I was also looking at MK Ultra, Sam Kennelly. Like, they've both got super high batting averages, and they've been fantastic all season for the Braves.
Grounder towards third. Bowie with a great take. Makes the throw in time. And that is 1 down for the Braves. Inflicted on the Eagles. By gee, they are looking sharp. And they're coming good at the right time, are they, Tori? Because the Braves, they're looking for 4 wins in a row. And they would want to push for top spot on the ladder, because they are still in with a chance of securing that spot, even with fewer games left compared to the Braves, to the Eagles rather, in Perth. Strike 1 for Ben Crook. Playing at that right field position for the Eagles this evening. Brilliant average as well, 352. He's played all games this season. 17 RBI and 1 home run, 25 hits as well. He's 71 at-bat appearances.
For his age especially, Ben Crook is really fantastic in that 9-hole for the Morley Eagles.
He certainly is, proving age is just a number in this great game. Now that's a drop. Crook's going for it. Needs the throw to be good, does Choi. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Choi with great awareness there, sensing that Crook was going for the steal the first. Made the throw in time, and Drew said, off you go, mate. So 2 up, 2 down, all bases empty again here for the Eagles. But we're back at the top of the order. This time, Aaron Bonomi. The deep fly out in his last at-bat. Finds himself on the back foot again. Strike 1. Just a bit high there from Hatcher. Bonomi anticipating it nicely. Good change up there from Hatcher. Bonomi just swinging at that one a little too early. 1 and 2 and a foul. 0 for 1 Bonomi. One and 2. The pressure's on. And he's got him. Hatcher has done it to Bonomi again. And after 3, the Braves preserve a healthy 2-0 lead.
About having to do it training. Did you actually go? Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
We have completed 3 here at NSR Hire Ballpark. We're on to the 4th on this Friday night encounter. Opening match of the Turbo Yerrigan Indigenous round. We thank them for coming on board in 2026. For the next 2 weeks, Indigenous round will be the scene of some great baseball action. Shout out to the great folks there. They were having fun with the kids that were there. I saw one of them bowl some pretty good leg spin early on. Some very good leg spin. Getting some very good turn. Having fun with the kids and patrons.
You know you're doing well when you're getting high praise from Paul Persick himself.
Well, everyone deserves it. And it's good fun. It's good fun out there, and it's good to see the young ones out there enjoying a great night out at the baseball. Friday night, good way to start the weekend. Don't get no better than this, and the Braves looking to start with all-out attack. That's a grounded towards shortstop. The throw in time, and immediately the Eagles get that first out. Collins trying to get that one past shortstop. It was brilliantly taken by Bodie Wright, who made that brilliant catch to end the last inning. And he has started things off very nicely in the field, very sharp.
We've seen some fantastic fielding from Bodie Wright tonight. I reckon he has got to be one of the top shortstop in the league.
Well, if you're any kind of batter in the Braves side, whether it be top order or lower order, don't hit it to Wright because he'll make those plays and send you on your way. That's how darn good of a fielder he is. Kerr's next up, gets a bit of a check swing, but doesn't cross the plate. Ball 1. Jeff Kerr, in case you're joining us, the blonde locks aren't there anymore. Has a look there, pushing forward. Not much of a swing there, 1-1. Kerr in the hole, 1-1, one away. Lunges forward again, but good thing he didn't swing at it. Two and 1. Kerr gets a big swing and a drive out to left field. Williams underneath it, puts the big mid out and makes the catch to make it 2 up, 2 down for the Braves. I'm not just talking about Wright. Williams has had a sharp eye at left field. Not much of a breeze here tonight at NSR Hire Ballpark. We got up to 35. But it has cooled down quite significantly to make it comfortable for the players. But whenever those players have tried to hit big, it hasn't really been picked up by the breeze. Ridgen is next. Sylvie gets one down the middle. Strike 1. It's an infield fly down to Chapman in foul territory and seals the deal. Great fielding there by the Eagles as we go to the bottom of the 4th. The Braves lead at 2-0.
I'm Jess Fitzgerald and I'm the Competition and Member Services Manager here at Baseball WA, and I run the food and beverage as well for the State League games that are run at the ballpark. So during the day there's some schools out here, so Darling Range, Aquinas, and then we run all of our programs and development, high performance program out here. So definitely one of the benefits of having Harcher involved is that we're quite a small team here at Baseball WA, and prior to the relationship we weren't offering food and beverage here at the ballpark. We didn't have anyone that was available to run around and do like ordering or anything like that. So it's been great that we've been able to find someone local, WA company that we can deal with, and then we can offer, you know, food and beverage to everyone here that comes out to the ballpark, because before they had to bring their own everything. So one of the things I love here is, like, you know, the chips, the nachos, burgers, hot dogs. That's, you know, hot dogs is just ingrained in baseball. Yeah, so some of the main advantages of working with Harcher have been the flexibility of the delivery. So they're happy to deliver at a time that's convenient to us, and we've also got a direct contact for our ordering too. So we've been dealing with Adam directly, and he's been great. I would recommend Harcher to anyone looking for a local supplier, and then they're willing to jump on and help sponsor their club or, you know, their association, whatever they're doing, and just help grow their sports in Western Australia.
Bottom of the fourth here at NSR Hire Ballpark. The Braves haven't scored since the top of the first, but it's been their fielding and their pitching that has kept them in front. As my colleague would like to say, it's all in the details. And the Braves, they are looking good with it being all in the details. They're looking the goods to still finish on top of the ladder, but they have still got a lot to go their way. Dixon's going to lead things off with his side needing to get a move on as far as their runs are concerned. Because if they keep stagnating and getting those fly outs, they will run out of chances. And they've got the depth in the top order to do so.
Especially, like, Dixon has 20 hits for the season, 2 of those being home runs. So if there's a man to do it, Dixon's one of them.
No, you're right about that, and 17 RBI to add to it. So he could be the one to do it. Nick Olch, the designated hitter, leading as far as RBIs are concerned this season, as Dixon blasts it high toward right field. Ridgen, as easy as you like. Great effort to get to that deep fly at right field. And that is 1 up, 1 down, inflicted by the Braves. We're looking at the at-bats so far of the Eagles. Only one of them has had a clean hit, and that's the designated hitter, Nick Olch.
And we've seen a lot from him in previous games.
We certainly have. Hence his average at over 360. And here he is, facing the dynamite Todd Hatcher. 4 strikeouts to his name. He's up to 55 for the season. 1-1. One and one count. Olch facing. Hatcher tries to sink that one late. 2-1 now.
Nick Olch is all the way from Richmond, California.
And they make some great stars over in America. Nick Olch. Olch tries to go for a liner. Out to third base. Foul. Shout out to all the folks there in Richmond, California. The Eagles have found a good one. Have they in Nick Olch? Especially with the form he's been on this season. Olch sees that one as one that needs to be hung out to dry there. California had a good time in baseball last season with the Dodgers, winning back-to-back World Series titles. Spring training won't be too far away as well.
No, it won't be.
For the California MLB teams, the Angels and the Dodgers, as Olch drives one deep out to left center field. Collins does well to get to it. He makes the catch as that ball was going back and back and back. Olch just didn't get enough on it, and Collins quite delighted with that catch. And with a gleam in his eye as well. 2 up, 2 down.
I do love that about Liam Collins. I think he's got a lot of spunk about him. He's a good dude, and he's humble as well.
I will take your word on that. He's a very good player as well. Todd Hatcher. He's got the Eagles shortstop in Bodie Wright under pressure early. 0-1. Hatcher with a good change up there. It's 0-2. Todd Hatcher, what can he do with this one? Ooh, that was a real half volley, kicking up some dirt there. 1-2. Hatcher will want to put that one behind him. It's a very loose release there from Todd Hatcher. 3 2/3 inning as well. He's only conceded the one hit. And he wants to keep it that way, in addition to 4 strikeouts. And you can make that 5. He got right swinging on that one. Hatcher's got 56 for the season, and the Braves preserve their 2-0 lead after 4.
About having to do it, Frank. Did you actually go?
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
We go to the top of the 5th here at NSR Higher Ballpark. Paul Persick and I wonder why the dancing Tori Newman with me, and that is something I never thought I would say.
Well, I can't help but dance when Justin Bieber is playing.
Oh, good
Paul.
grief.
You know how it goes.
I'm not going to hear the end of this, that's for sure. Anyway.
Justin Bieber brings us to the top of the 5th.
Well, that brings you to the top of the 5th, please. Let's get to business. We get right back to Dan Choi, who's leading things off, facing Sylvie. Oh, he gets a bottom edge out of that, despite the backlift there, his hand there, looking to try and send that one out to first baseline. Top of the 5th, Sylvie goes to the inside this time. 2-0. Okay, so if you say Justin Bieber brings you to the top of the 5th, I'll say Bon Jovi or Def Leppard. That's a fair deal.
I think there's someone else you like more than that.
Okay, prove it. Prove it. Come on, come on.
Someone like Sophie Ellis.
Oh, you just had to bring that up, did you? I was originally meant to go to a gig, but I missed out due to other commitments. So thanks for reminding me of that. I am still in tears, folks. So thanks for bringing that up.
It's okay. Lord will make up for it.
True. 2-2. Choi facing Sylvie. He's back to the wall now, Choi. He's struck out in his first at-bat. He wouldn't want a repeat of it. Sylvie's just starting to get into the groove. Choi, floating ball down to shortstop, right, takes it well. And isn't he looking sharp in the field tonight? Another good take and a ground out to first. Choi 0 for 2.
I mean, Wright isn't doing so well at the plate himself, but his fielding tonight is just spectacular. Nothing is getting past him.
No doubt about it. He's like a brick wall when he's on the field. As I said earlier, if you try and hit it to shortstop where Bodie Wright is situated, good luck. It's like he'll teleport to one place at shortstop to another, and he'll get you out. Joel Beaches is at it again. His third at-bat, double in his first, strikeout in his second, and gets things started with a foul. 0-1. Still the one away, all bases empty. Sylvie gets one up there. Good fastball from Kane Sylvie. That's 0-2. Floating ball again, and it's gone to the brick wall at shortstop, and Wright does it again. Well, somebody get 000 on the blower, because Bonomi, he is on fire on the field tonight. What did I say earlier, Tori? Don't hit it to Bonomi at shortstop. He's a brick wall. He'll get you out.
I think you mean Bodie Wright, but yes, I agree.
Bodie Wright, yes.
Brick wall, not getting past him.
But Bodie Wright at shortstop is proving to be hard to stop. Okamura. 0-1. I think it's you dancing Justin Bieber that's now in my head. Thanks a lot. I know you'll enjoy that one. 0-1. That one just going wide to the outside there. Okamura. No success at all at the plate tonight. 0-2. In the hole at 1-1, 2 outs. Okamura, fly ball into foul territory and hits our commentary box roof. One and two. Okamura wants to break the shackles. Try and get some drive for the Braves. That one just going into the dirt. Really kicked up some there. Okamura averaging 478. He's only been struck out 3 times this season, so he's proven to be hard to get past. Again, a foul. This time down at the opposite field for the left-hander. When you think about it, 3 times he's been struck out, an average of 478. That's a very impressive line there for Okamura being in that top order.
Incredibly impressive, for sure.
33 hits to add as well this season. Okay, hasn't had a successful night tonight with a ground out in his first and a fly out in his second. Oh, he's dropped him. That's a big let off there. Barr just slipping that one from behind the plate. 3-2. Full count. High pressure situation for both Sylvie and Okamura. And Okamura will say, I'll be going to first, fellas. Ball 4 and a walk, so he'll keep his low number of strikeouts intact. And Okamura now with 2 outs is that leading runner at first. And this will bring up Ben Drew, who's been very successful at the plate tonight. 2 for 2. RBI single at his first. And his second at bat was a double. Can he keep the good form going? Just to the outside there. Ben Drew leaving that one very well. Sylvie looking for a pick-off. Oh, gee, that was close. Okamura just getting there in the nick of time. Down the middle, Drew had a look. Strike 1. 1-1 Sylvie looking to end this one. Drew gets a floating ball, and you guessed it, Wright's done it again. If you try and get it past him, forget about it. And as we head to the bottom of the 5th, the Braves lead at 2-0 over the Eagles.
My name's Greg Elliott. I'm the president of the Wanneroo Giants Baseball Club. I've been around the club for 30-something years now. I've been the president for 5 years and involved in the committee, I guess, for 15 years. The Wanneroo Giants have had quite a long relationship with Harcher now. Through the general manager of Harcher being a part of the baseball club, set up quite a good relationship in regards to buying all our products for our canteen and our cleaning products over a number of years now. Harcher are a major sponsor of the baseball club. They help us out in regards to everything we order with our sponsorship. Sponsorship to any sporting club is a major part of a club, and Harcher being a major sponsor for us really helps us in the community. Harcher makes our lives a lot easier, not having to chase around products through the supermarkets. It's all delivered on time and we get exactly what we order when we need it. I'd recommend Harcher to any sporting or community club. As a company, they help us out with everything we need. Everything is here on time and we get exactly what we order.
Bottom of the 5th here at NSR Hire Ballpark. It's a 2-0 lead to the Braves. The Eagles have given themselves every chance in the field, but their batting has not helped its own cause. They need to get a move on here, Tori. They need to get some runs, or otherwise this game will slip away. Harcher continuing to make things difficult, as he's intended to tonight. On the mound, he's facing Jess Williams.
With a fly bunt out in his first at-bat this evening.
The weirdest out I have ever seen. Williams with a swing and a drive to centre field. It's going back, but not back enough. Collins with a great catch at centre field.
Another fly out, this time by one of his good mates in Liam Collins.
The Braves just continuing to keep the Eagles at bay, to their credit. Williams on his way. Kieran Chapman. He and the Eagles, they need to get a move on. Because the Braves, their defensive play has been nothing short of tremendous. Especially if Harcher keeps on going. A bit high there. Don't forget, of course, next Friday night. Next game we're going to be bringing to you on Friday night. It's the Rams and South Perth. Now, both sides, well, more South Perth because they're down at the bottom of the ladder. And the Rams, they can't make the 5. But the Rams, well, they'll certainly have something to prove for 26-27 as they look to end their season on a high. Got a couple of games left, but they'll certainly want to get a win on the board. Chapman gets a second strike. Of course, you can see that one next Friday night on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels. That will be a very important game for both sides to give themselves something to prove for 2026-27. Another foul there from Chapman. A couple of those behind the plate. See a couple of players at the bullpen there for the Eagles, just warming themselves up. Seeing there Jeremy Sexton as well, and Southey and Brendan Singh. Ground ball taken by Okamura, and Chapman short of his ground. Throw to first. As easy as you like, Okamura making the play with a throw to Drew. And that's 2 up, 2 down. Chapman ground out in both. of his appearances at the plate. Tom Williams. Tom Williams next up at the plate. He's certainly up against it. Hatcher pitches a low flat one there. Swinging a foul into the stands. We mustn't forget as well, Tori, of course, with the Derboel-Yerrigan Indigenous round, the Derboel-Yerrigan Health Service Championship belt is on the line for these two teams. The winning team will get to hold it aloft at the end of the game.
And I know you're disappointed you're not that team.
Yes, very disappointed. Yes, you have told me many, many times about my fascination with championship belts. I'm on record. And yes, I am disappointed that I don't get to hold it up. So thanks for bringing more grief up.
I'm sure if you ask the winner really nicely.
Foul ball down to territory there. Drew not able to get to it in time. Well, if I do ask nicely, hopefully, but I'm not holding my breath.
I think if you ask nicely.
I'll give it a go. Braves calling time. Choi there just having a chat there with Hatcher and also a couple of his infielders as well. Williams 0 for 1. Even count. 2-2-2. He's got him again. Hatcher got Williams in two minds. And Hatcher has done it to Williams again as we've completed 5. The Braves, they lead the Eagles 2-0.
Without having to do it, training, you actually go.
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Okay, we head to the top of the 6th here at NSR Hire Ballpark. And even though we haven't seen any runs since the top of the 1st when the Braves got on an early 2-0 flurry, it hasn't been a dull game. We've saw some tremendous fielding. We've seen great pitching from Sylvian Hatcher. And also the fielding, in particular from Bodie Wright, the Eagles shortstop. It has been quite a tense game, especially between two of the grand finalists from last season. And leading things off will be Kevin Clark for the Braves.
Now he's gone 2 for 2 already this game, so it'll be good to see him get another.
Try and get that pass, Bodie Wright. The throw's wide, but good enough for the tag. Bodie Wright just keeps on getting it done. And that is the first failure for Clark at the plate. A marvellous effort for Bodie Wright to get to that one. It was well hit. Having said that, it was well hit by Clark, but Bodie Wright said, no matter how hard you hit it, I'm just going to get to it and get you out. So that's 1 up, 1 down for the Braves, and this will bring up Jake Bowie for his next at bat. Sacrifice fly out and a fly out in his first two. Sylvie, he's pitched a lot better than some may suggest. You know, he started off quite loose, but he started to get better. Got his strikes, and has really restricted any further hit output from the Braves tonight. Although he's been hit off several times, those hits have gone straight to fielders, in particular Bodie Wright down at shortstop. He's been able to prevent plenty of runs tonight. 1 and 2. As Bowie fouls behind the plate. Beautiful drive by Bowie as it goes over second base. And Bowie will get a single. Bowie, his first success at the plate, and it couldn't have come at a better time. Gee, didn't he put power behind that one. You could hear a great crunch from the bat.
I know, and just floating above Jess Williams' glove as well.
And it's a good time too, with only that one out. Bowie on first. Collins. Handy at centre field. A couple of brilliant outfield catches. Collins grounds this one towards second. Choosing to go for the second runner instead. But the leading runner in Bowie, in the meantime, is able to advance to second.
Well, Collins got Williams out, so Williams has to get Collins out.
Well, turnabout's fair play, as the old adage goes. So that's 2 down for the Braves, as they have got Bowie on second. And one Jeff Kerr, very determined not to leave Bowie stranded. And he hasn't had a good night, 0 for 2 at the plate this evening. Leans forward, takes the strike. Sylvie getting a good quick one there, forcing Kerr to push forward, but without much else. Oh and 1. Kerr swings and misses. Strike 2. Oh and 2. A low one from Sylvie forces Kerr to swing again. And now we head to the bottom of the 6th. The Braves still with a 2-0 lead.
My name's Derek Bird and I'm the Group General Manager for Harcher. Baseball WA and Harcher, that relationship began with myself being a baseballer and being very much a club person. My kids are club people, and they were just relationships that have been fostered over the last decade or so, and the opportunity arose to get involved with Baseball WA at a higher level, and we're using that as a vehicle to work back into the community through Clubland. So sponsorship is important to Harcher because of the staff we employ and the roles that they play in their own communities. That we feel that this is a way that we can connect back with not only our staff but with our customers. Volunteer sports are generally run on the breadline, and they need support and they need some additional resource for them to be viable and for them to be successful, and we feel that we can play that role not only from a sponsorship point of view but also a supply product point of view. The sporting club route is a really beneficial route for our business because we can touch so many parts of the role that they play. Most of their revenue is generated through the canteen and the bar and the kitchen. These sporting clubs are volunteer organisations. They need a little bit of help and we can provide that.
Bottom of the 6th here at NSR Higher Ballpark as we get right into it. The business end of this game. The Eagles desperate to try and keep their fight alive. And the Braves, well, they've lost their last 5 against the Eagles, 3 this season, and they're getting closer to avoiding a series sweep. A mix of high and low fastballs on the start. Cam Barr, lead-off hitter facing Hatcher, who's had a hell of a night on the mound. Inside corner, good enough for strike 2. Oh, Barr couldn't believe his luck there. One and 2. Swing and a foul. First line of the first base. Cam Barr only in his 8th game, hitting a very creditable 278 on average this season with 6 runs. He has been struck out 8 times. That one just a bit high. Barr just getting himself ready. Hatcher's had a good night. 70 for 48. $72 for 49 now, 2-2. The Braves, should they hang on to this 2-0 result, win number 21. That'll be 4 in a row. That'll be the highest streak of the current teams, with Morley streak, if they don't get 3 runs, ending at 4. Just going a bit low there was Hatcher. He's had a bit of a mixed bag at the start of this half inning. He's pitched 5 completed ones, 6 strikeouts, 57 for the season. Second most behind Matt Kennelly, not playing in this game. Again, another foul, this time behind the plate. Final 5. Almost set. It's just a matter of 5th place that is yet to be resolved. But Morley, Perth, Braves and Wanneroo, well, they're safe. They're safe in the 5. And they'll get themselves set for a big campaign in March. That's ball 4. And believe it or not, that's the first base on balls that Hatcher has conceded.
He's done a fantastic job tonight, that's for sure.
It's being tight, being consistent, and to not have a base on balls until late in the game is quite a testament.
Absolutely. It's almost more than you can ask for an 8:30 game on a Friday night.
Certainly be high on consideration for your player of the match pick, Tori, come the end of this game. So we see Ben Crook take to the plate now. Runner on first. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Quite surprised Crook had a swing at that one. That one was going a bit high. Crook thinking that one, in fact, it's not Crook, I should say. It is a pinch hitter. This looks like it's Sexton. It is. So it is Jeremy Sexton, our apologies.
That explains why Crook is not swinging at the high ones.
Yeah, and that's why Sexton's got the moustache. Of course, Jeremy Sexton, not just from the Morley Eagles, of course, hosted the State League show with Brendan Singh. Great show that is as well.
I love it.
I'm still surprised I haven't got you on yet. Got to have a petition. Sexton, Singy, you've got to get Tori Newman on the show. And he's been struck out. Sexton couldn't believe his luck on that one. Hatcher, he's got 7. 58 for the season. Just going back to it, of course, State League show. Great piece of coverage for the State League in 25-26. The two affectionately known as Singing and Big Sexy, hosting the show every week across the season. Of course, had the great pleasure of being on the show at the midway point before Christmas, discussing the fortunes of some of the teams in the 5. Very great show. It's on Spotify and YouTube and all your wonderful podcast platforms. Low ball. And again, forced to swing. Bonomi in the hole again, a 1-1. Fly out in his first, strike out in his second. One and one. Good curve from Hatcher. Able to get that one back in. As Bonomi had to have a look. 1 and 2. Going very high. And it almost clocked Bonomi in the shoulder. In fact, it did. So, 2 base on balls here for Hatcher. There's runners on first and second. So the Eagles starting to give themselves a bit of a chance. They do have a bit of a cushion in the form that there being 2 outs still remaining. Now here comes Matt Dixon. Could he be the one to bring the Eagles back into it? Braves have led all night. And they wouldn't want to let this one slip. Hatcher keeping them honest. Just to the inside corner, but good enough. Oh and 1. Again to the inside corner, but a bit further. Dixon did well to just pull back. Even count, 1 and 1. Very close indeed. What does the first plate umpire say? He says that will not be a strike. 2 and 1. Dixon doing very well, negating those fastballs that were going nowhere near the zone. Again, well done by Dixon as Hatcher continues to go to the inside corner. Just going a little too far. 3 and 1. That's ball 4. So now, something we have not seen all night, Tori, bases loaded.
Bases loaded with only 1 out. You've got Alt coming up. I would be feeling pretty nervous if I were the Braves. And it looks like they are. Little meeting on the mound. There's no one in the bullpen, so they've got no one to pull in. It's just Hatcher.
No, you're exactly right. Matt Kennelly calling time, having a discussion.
Unless they play the Otani rule and Jake Bowie goes in.
They're deciding to keep with Hatcher. And what better player to send the Eagles into a run frenzy with their best hitter, Nick Olch. 6 home runs he's had, as you said earlier. He needs to get one in the right area. He gets one there. It's going deep. Not deep enough. And he's dropped him. Beaches has dropped it. Barr's going to get the call to go home and score. Oh my goodness me. That was a simple catch at left field, but Beaches has put it down. What a moment in this game as the Eagles score 1. It's now a 1-run game. Bodie Wright has been the enforcer at shortstop. Can he level things up? Foul ball deep to first. They've still got one out, Tory, so the Eagles, they're in prime position.
They absolutely are, and Braves are in some very hot water.
I'm afraid it's in 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the temperature. It's at boiling point. 0-1. Again going wide, Hatcher. Remember, if there's a base on balls in this one, then it'll be Bonomi that'll walk home. And that's something that Hatcher and the Braves can't afford, because if that's the case, we will have a tie. Fly ball down towards second and right field. Who wants it? They didn't call for it, and they're going to have to pay the price because scores are level. Bonomi running to home as soon as the ball hit the field. And once again, bases are loaded. The Braves' momentum has been undone.
Awfully hairy at this stage in the game. Did not see that coming. 2 errors after the other. Not very good by Braves at the moment.
The first one coming from a drop catch from Beaches at left field, and then Ridgen and Kerr, who wanted it? One of them had to call for it. But now Jess Williams. Hasn't he got something to prove? Hatcher just keeps him honest. That's the way you got to do it. Strike one. Is there a come from behind victory on the cards, or can Hatcher keep the Eagles at bay and keep this game square? Ball one. Tense stuff here. I thought this game was plodding along into a pitcher's duel, but now it's turned around. Strike two. Hatcher just needs to do everything that he needs to do. Dixon at third, looking for the go-ahead run. Williams floats this one out to centre field. Good catch there by Collins. Dixon's going to tag, takes it on, slides home. Morley are in front.
Another fly out by Williams, but at least this time it was a sacrifice. For the first time this game, Morley Eagles are in front.
They've been 2-0 down all night, and they have scored 3 runs in a hurry. That's the mark of a championship winning side. There is 2 outs, but dare I say it, the Eagles could still be not done. Wright is on first, Olch second, Chapman's next. Floater down towards right. Can Ridgen get to it? He can't. Olch is going to go from second to third to home. Another one for the Eagles. Can you believe it? What a turnaround. Next up, it's Williams. Even my co-commentator shocked beyond belief.
Speechless, Paul.
Just inside there from Hatcher.
He went.
Leaning forward there, Williams, but Hatcher puts one down the middle. Much better. 1-1. Hatcher, all he has to do is just get these strikes. That's all he's got to do. The Braves in a desperate position now. The 1-1. Well played there by Hatcher. Got one down the middle. He knows that Williams has not been successful at the plate tonight. He struck out both times. Scott swinging. Beaches needs to hang on to this one, and he does, to the relief of the Braves. But it's the Eagles that are in front. They turned in 4 runs in a flash, and now it's the Braves back against the wall.
I don't have any to-do training. Did you actually go?
Hey, Dad. Can I have some?
No, love. Good call, Dad.
It's easier to say no when we all say no.
Top of the 7th here at NSR Higher Ballpark, and who saw that turnaround coming?
Certainly not me, Paul.
And not yours truly, and not the fans watching at the ballpark or from wherever they may be enjoying our live coverage. The Braves, they got 2 runs early at the top of the first. They led 2-0, and it was that way for 6 innings. And then all of a sudden, the Eagles, they flew back to the top of this game. They scored 4 runs in a flash, and they lead 4-2.
But I have to say, Paul, a few of those runs were due to the Braves' poor fielding.
2 of them, in fact. Half of those runs came. Beaches put one down at left field, and then second base and right field, they went for the same ball. One of them needed to call, and neither of them didn't. And they paid the price of surrendering another run. And all of a sudden, it's 4-2. The Braves are on the back foot now. They were on the front foot throughout this game. Hatcher was playing well. Their fielding was sharp, and then it just took a couple of moments. It's those little moments, Tori, that make such a big difference in a game like this.
Absolutely. And interestingly, Dan Cavalier has chosen to persist with Sylvie on the mound for the Eagles.
Seems an ambitious choice, but when you're looking at the fielding from Bodie Wright in particular, might be a good choice after all. Their defensive field setup has been tremendous.
Absolutely. You're not wrong there.
Ridgen, who's led off in this innings, has 1-1, a foul and a strike. The Eagles 3 outs away if they keep the Braves at bay from a sensational win. It'd be their 6th straight against the Braves, and a series sweep too. 4 games this season, and of course the 2 from the grand final back in March of last year. 1-2. Just outside. Sylvie, only the 4 strikeouts tonight in comparison to Hatcher's 7. 2-2. Got him! That's 1. 5 strikeouts for Sylvie. That's now 53 for the season. The pressure well and truly on the Braves now. 1 out, Dan Choi. He needs to get going. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. It was expected as well that there would be runs in this game. There has been plenty. 0-1. That one just wide. What a game to kick off the Durbo-Yerrigan Indigenous round. The Durbo-Yerrigan representatives here tonight. We certainly hope they've enjoyed this game, and it's been a good one to open up an exciting 2 weeks of baseball. Choi tries to ground that one, mistimed and a foul. 1-2. He's got him again! Sylvie has struck out 2.
He's putting his foot down now. It's never too late.
2 consecutive strikeouts, in fact 3 in a row if you count Kerr from the last inning. And Choi has been struck out by Sylvie for the second time. And now it all comes down to Beaches to try and keep the Braves alive. Sylvie down the middle. Oh and 1. Beaches leans forward, cross the plate. The bat crossed the plate. It's 0 and 2. Sylvie set to deliver the 0-2 pitch. Foul behind home plate. Beaches will get another chance. Oh, 0-2, Beaches must get a good hit on this one. But Sylvie sends him swinging. To beat the champs, you've got to knock them down. The Morley Eagles have come from behind to secure what is one of their greatest wins of 25-26. They have beaten the Braves 4-2. They've swept the season series, and they will go home with the Durbo-Yerrigan Championship belt. Tori, what a game and what a win for the Eagles.
A fantastic game, that's for sure. And, you know, well fought by the Braves, but unlucky in the end.
They certainly were. It came down to those crucial moments in the end, especially in the field. Beaches putting one down at left field, second base and right field having a bit of a offensive breakdown when trying to nab a catch. And then the Eagles, they pounced on every opportunity in that 6th inning to get the job done. Would you say out of all the games Morley have played this year, is that one of their best wins?
Absolutely. I think that was a really, really interesting game to watch and a well-fought win.
Who's your player of the match? It's tough now with
It is
after
tough.
what happened. It's a tough task for you. Player of the match, who's it going to be?
I think you have to pick an MVP from the winning side, so I'm going to go with Bodie Wright because I was really, really impressed with his fielding tonight.
I won't disagree with that choice. His fielding at shortstop, the way he set himself up for those key plays was just brilliant. If it wasn't for his efforts, maybe the Eagles would not have given themselves a chance.
Absolutely.
Tori, great job as always. What a game.
What a game.
The Eagles, they've got their 21st win of the season and they keep top spot on the ladder. They also get to hold the Durbo-Yerrigan Championship belt for a week as the first Indigenous round winners. Thanks so much for your company on the Baseball WA Facebook and YouTube channels. A great game with the Eagles coming from 2-0 down to win 4-2. We look forward to having your company next Friday night for the clash between the Rams and South Perth from 8:30. Good night.